Hey everybody, ABC 10 meteorologist Brendan Minchef here. The next storm is just around the corner, especially for the high country. This one's going to be pretty disruptive in the valley. Much like Sunday, it's going to be hit and miss, but we have that chance for some isolated thunderstorms. Those details in a second. We'll start with the winter weather advisory. Goes into effect early Wednesday morning across the Sierra, accumulating snow above 4,000 feet. We're looking at really 8 to 14 inches above 6,000 feet, although some areas, especially along US 50 and south, could see even a little bit more than 14 inches of snow. The bottom line here is that you got to be ready for these wintry roads and chain controls in a couple of days of difficult travel. More on that in just a second. But Wednesday morning, this system's going to be pushing in. Some very, very light scattered showers possible, mainly from Sacramento to the south in the valley, especially down near Manteca, Tracy, Modesto. That's going to be the better chance for some showers early Wednesday morning. We're also going to see snow moving south to north as we go through Wednesday morning. So areas south of 50, south of Tahoe, likely to be seeing snow. A little after sunrise, we'll likely start to see that snow pushing from about 50 to the north. As we go through the daytime in the valley tomorrow, starting off in those mid to upper 40s, overcast, some very light scattered showers possible around sunrise. Better chance of some showers coming in around lunchtime and then during the afternoon, especially in the Sacramento Valley and especially in the upper Sacramento Valley. We've got a chance for some isolated thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon. High is going to be in those upper 50s and low 60s. Again, this system is going to be very similar to what we saw on Sunday, but it is going to be much more impactful in the high country. Wednesday afternoon, highs mid to upper 50s, much cooler in the San Joaquin Valley. It's going to be much cloudier and showery down there. Some valley thunderstorms possible in the Sacramento Valley, mainly from north of Sacramento, but better chances really even north of somewhere like Marysville, up near Colusa, Chico, Redding. Best chance for thunderstorms tomorrow. In the foothills, we're looking at 40s and 50s, 30s in the high country with plenty of snow for Wednesday. All right, let's get into the meat and potatoes of this now. High resolution futurecast over the next 48 hours, much cloudier than what we've had over the last couple of days. I know Monday had this mix of sun and clouds. I expect much of Wednesday to be pretty much all clouds except for a small period in the afternoon. So Wednesday at 3 o'clock in the morning, starting to see some showers, snow showers, but mainly south of Highway 50. Once you get into the southern Sierra, elevations north of like Arnold, Murphy, Sonora, and especially down near Yosemite, that's going to be the better chances for snow showers in the morning. But here's those very light scattered showers in the valley, especially in the San Joaquin Valley. From Sacramento northward early tomorrow morning, it looks dry. Again, maybe a few raindrops, that's about it. But the closer you are to Modesto and south, the much better chance there is for that early morning rain. This is 8 o'clock in the morning. Now we're starting to see those snow showers spreading northward across the central Sierra and much of the Tahoe Basin. Still showery south of Sacramento, but once we get to lunchtime, we'll start to see that rain chance tick up a little bit for the Sacramento region. Notice we're still dry in the Sacramento Valley, but look what happens as we go a little bit further into the afternoon. Now in the San Joaquin Valley, we could see some heavier bands of rain, maybe an isolated thunderstorm. But notice what pops up around 3, 4 o'clock in the upper Sacramento Valley. That's that pop-up thunderstorm potential, very much like what we had on Sunday. So areas that see these thunderstorms going to end up with a fairly decent amount of rainfall, but also some pea-sized hail possible, as well as frequent lightning. Areas that don't see the thunderstorms, which I think for Wednesday, honestly, will be most of the valley, is not going to see that much in the way of rain. But snow continues all day long on Wednesday. So up near Chico, right up near Redding, really once you get north of Highway 20, which is right here, that's going to be the better chances for thunderstorms on Wednesday. Notice now we are going overnight Wednesday into Thursday. We still see snow falling in the high country, some more widespread showers across the valley as we go through sunrise on Thursday. So while it's hit and miss in the valley, it is going to be a fairly consistent snow event for the Sierra. That's the big distinction. There's no weather impact alert in the valley, but we are looking at weather impact alert for the Sierra because, again, now we're at Thursday at lunchtime when we still see snow falling across the high country. 80 and 50 going to be looking at several inches of snow, if not a foot or more. Thursday afternoon, a more widespread opportunity for thunderstorm development, but not necessarily a lot of thunderstorms forming in the valley on Thursday. That's an important distinction. There might be a better chance but that doesn't mean we'll have more on Thursday. By late Thursday, everything's starting to wind down, including the snow in the high country. So let's look at the valley now. Specifically, through Wednesday afternoon, you see the rain in the San Joaquin Valley, especially the closer you get to Modesto. Between Stockton and Modesto, looking at a quarter to a half inch of rain through Wednesday. But there's really not much from Sacramento northward. We're going to be mostly dry on Wednesday outside of that pop-up shower or thunderstorm on Wednesday. Thursday's a very similar story, more a scattered rainfall through the afternoon. But once you get the chance for the thunderstorms there in the afternoon, then you could see somewhere like Colusa ending up with a few tenths of an inch. It just entirely depends. Again, I'm going to reference Sunday. Just entirely depends on who sees those pop-up thunderstorms in the valley. It'll be consistent snowmaker in the Sierra, consistent rainmaker in the foothills, but in the valley, it's going to be like Sunday where it's hit and miss. Here's the severe weather outlook for Wednesday. Again, it's that Sacramento Valley, but the better chances are going to be up near Chico, up near Redding, well to the north of Sacramento. So for Wednesday, a chance for some weak thunderstorms. This will produce any thunderstorms that form, even though they'll be on the weaker side, will produce frequent lightning, some briefly heavy rainfall, some gusty winds, maybe 30 plus miles per hour, and some pea-sized hail or so. The chance for hail is fairly decent because it's already a colder setup, so it doesn't take much for hail to form with these storms. But it's going to be like Sunday, where they're not necessarily severe. They're just, going to dump some hail, dump some heavier rain, and move on out of there. So that's the chance for Wednesday. But then you look at Thursday. Now, here's what I was talking about. There's a better chance for thunderstorms across the valley, even if we end up seeing potentially less thunderstorms in the valley than what we'll have on Wednesday. Again, it's an important distinction. Better chance on Thursday for thunderstorm development, but there may not be as many of them in the valley on Thursday. Whatever storms do form on Thursday, the same primary threat. It's going to be frequent lightning, briefly heavy rain, some gusty thunderstorm winds, and some pea-sized hail out of those storms. In the Sierra, it's a different story. Wednesday and Thursday's weather impact alert day for that heavy snow, difficult travel. Be ready for the wintry roads and chain controls because this is going to be really a 48-hour snow event in the high country. So my advice would be, if you don't have to travel through the Sierra on Wednesday or Thursday, don't. If you are going to travel, you just got to be ready for the winter weather conditions. Snowfall totals through Wednesday morning, only a few inches, maybe 2 to 5 inches, especially south of US 50. But then as the rest of that storm moves in, as that heavier snow falls through Wednesday and Thursday, now we're looking at over a foot of snow across much of Highway 50, Interstate 80, closer to 1 foot of snow, but especially south of 108 as you work towards Yosemite into the southern Sierra. That's where we're going to have that higher snowfall. So still a decent snowmaker for this time of the year. A foot of snow is nothing to scoff at in March, and this is definitely enough snow to cause travel issues in the high country. So as we look at the 7-day forecast for Tahoe, highs are going to be in the 30s Wednesday and Thursday. We're going to have that snow weather impact alert the next 48 hours. Then once we get in towards the weekend, we actually dry out. We warm up as well. Could be near 50 degrees both Saturday and Sunday, which is, of course, daylight saving time. Move those clocks forward an hour. But then another system looks to move in by the start of next week. So this is the continuation of this very active pattern where high pressure sits overhead for a day or two. Then that low pressure comes in. That's that storm, brings us the rain, brings us the snow. That moves out. High pressure comes back in. It's just this flip-flop pattern. And that's what we see when we look at the valley forecast as well. Those isolated thunderstorm chances Wednesday and Thursday. Again, not weather impact alert because it's going to be like Sunday in the valley where it's some folks see a thunderstorm, others don't. And if you don't see that thunderstorm, you're really not going to see much in the way of rainfall at all. Friday dries out. Will be mostly to completely sunny on Friday, mid-60s through the weekend. And then later on Sunday, as that next system comes in, we'll introduce some rain chances back into the valley. And then look at next week. Temperatures drop again. We're looking at middle 50s through really Tuesday all the way towards really the end of the work week. So definitely, again, an active pattern and very, very different than what we had to end February. In terms of weather. Remember, we were in those mid to upper 70s the last few days of February. This is even below average for March. The average high 66 to about 67 degrees in the valley. That's where we'll be for the weekend, but basically everywhere else we are going to be much colder. So don't put that winter gear away. Don't put the jackets away. I know we had a few days that were really nice, didn't need them, but that's just unrealistic to maintain at this point in the year, nor would you want to maintain that because we still need the rain and we still need the snow to boost those water year numbers. If you're watching this video on YouTube, I recommend you get the ABC 10 Plus app. You can download it wherever you stream. For instance, the Roku app, Fire TV, Apple TV. We've got more extended forecasts like this one. We've got weather explainers up there. We also have weather, water, and climate specials. That's all under the weather playlist on the ABC 10 Plus app. Thanks for watching.